Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about all the players that we all should be keeping an eye on for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers preseason Week 3 matchup versus the Miami Dolphins. It's a home game for the Bucs. Very, very exciting. And folks, really, there's going to be... This is the last chance for a lot of guys, okay? This is the last chance for a lot of guys trying to make this roster. So there's a lot of names to consider here. And you also have the starters playing as well. Again, a lot of names to consider. So I could say so many different guys. There are a few names that come to mind for me. Number one is Jotron Shoyinka. I need to see something from this guy. I don't know how long he's going to be out there. Probably not that long, but I hope we're able to see some glimpse of hope when he's out there. Because look, Jotron Shoyinka is not bad, in my opinion. I don't think he is a bad player. But he hasn't necessarily been great. He's been okay throughout the early portions of his career. And for a former first-round draft pick, you got to be better than okay. So I want to see something out of JTS. I want to see what he can do. He's one of the main starters in my head where I'm like, I need to see something from this guy. Give me a little bit of hope. Aside from that, of course, I'm going to say all of the starters. I think that it's great that these starters are going to be going out there, getting some playing time. And we don't know how much they're going to play, but I do feel like it is important to go out there, obviously see Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, everybody, right? All the starters. Everybody's ready to see these starters play. So to be able to see those guys go out there, play some good football, that's ultimately what you want to see out of these guys. So I'm confident that they will be able to showcase a little bit here, showcase what they can do, and there's a lot of guys I'm very optimistic about. There's a couple of guys that I need to see more from. Again, I mentioned Jotron Shoyinka, and we'll see how that goes. I want to talk about some defensive linemen real quick. Ernest Brown the fourth, Luau Ugwak is out there as well. Like, those guys looked really good in preseason week 2 versus Jacksonville. And Todd Bowles even mentioned that a guy like Ernest Brown the fourth and CJ Brewer, don't forget about CJ Brewer, throw him in there as well. Like, these are guys that are making a push for that 53-man roster. Todd Bowles specifically mentioned both of those guys, be it CJ Brewer and Ernest Brown IV. And I've liked what I've seen from those guys. I think CJ Brewer has been pretty consistent in terms of gaining pressure in all three, or all two. Hopefully for this third preseason game, he's consistent in that as well. In the case of Ernest Brown IV and Luau Ugwak, they had a really good preseason week 2. I'm hoping that that can continue here in preseason week 3. I've also got to mention Jose Ramirez, Marquise Watts. Those are guys that are, again, pushing to make this roster. And look, right now, the Bucs have not added a veteran pass rusher. Will they? I have no idea. They may add one onto the practice squad at some point. I still think they should add Yannick Ngakoue. But if they don't, they've said multiple times they feel really good about their young pass rushers. Part of that is, of course, JTS, Yaya Diaby, some of the other guys that are Chris Braswell, right? But, like, also part of that is Jose Ramirez and Marquise Watts, and they're battling for a roster spot. I know 3 sacks, you think, like, well, how can this guy not make the roster? You never know, man. You never know. So, like, these guys do need to go out there, finish strong, play well, and continue to say, like, no, I'm going to make this a really, really difficult decision for you. I'm going to. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how these young guys kind of continue to grow and develop. There's a lot of other guys that I can name too. Tyreek Thunderberg, is he going to still be battling for a spot? To be honest, things have kind of cooled off since the preseason. We haven't heard much from him. Rashad Wisdom's made a couple of plays here and there. Kayvon Merriweather looked really good before he went down with injury in the preseason games. I think he's going to make the roster, but we will have to wait and see. The quarterback situation is still interesting. Are the Bucs going to carry 3 quarterbacks, Kyle Trask, John Wolford, as your 2 backups? Who's going to be the backup? Apparently it's a competition. I don't know, but I'm excited to see it. I'm also still going to be paying attention to some running backs. DJ Williams out of Arizona. I still like Ramon Jefferson out of Kentucky, man. They haven't been using him that much, but I hope that they're just trying to keep it a really nice kept secret, because I still like Ramon Jefferson. I'm still gunning for that guy. Payne Durham's going to be on there. Xavier Delgado, backup left guard, is going to be out there as well. Shout out to Xavier Delgado. I want to see Brandon Walton improve. He's going to be on my list. There's so many guys to wide receiver room. You have Cody Thompson, you have Ryan Miller, you have Rayleigh Webb, you have Cameron Johnson, who have all, or Latrell Johnson, Cameron Johnson, I don't remember. But those guys have all been making some plays, right? They've been making some opportunities for themselves. They want to make it as tough of a decision as possible, right? This is their last chance. I mean, folks, I'm kind of expecting to be making some videos here this upcoming weekend about some of the initial cuts that the Bucs are going to make. And that's a shame. It's unfortunate. But it means that these guys have more incentive now than ever to go out there and make their last chance meaningful in terms of opportunities for themselves, not just with the Bucs guys, but with 31 other teams around the league. There's like 500 jobs up for grab, essentially, on just practice squads alone, not including other 53-man rosters. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to see these backups go out there and give it their all, right down to the nitty gritty, right down to the end. And I hope that they go out there and perform well. But what do you guys think? Who are some players that you guys are going to be keeping an eye on? Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. I would love to hear them down in the comments section below. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.